There are moments in life that split everything into before and after. For me, it was a phone call on a Thursday afternoon. Amanda and I had been together for 3 years. We shared an apartment, split bills 50-50, and built what I thought was a solid future. Then her voice came through the speaker, shaky and distant. She was on a business trip 2 hours away, and she said we needed to talk. My chest tightened. I already knew. Something about the way she paused before speaking told me our relationship was about to collapse. She said there was someone else, that it was complicated. And in that moment, everything I thought I knew turned to dust. Before I get into what happened next, let me ask you something. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your location in the comments. And if you have ever had to stand up for yourself when someone treated you like an option instead of a priority, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, because this story is about what happens when someone mistakes your patience for permission to disrespect you. Let me paint the picture of how we got here. Amanda and I met at work 3 years ago. She worked in the marketing department, always organized, quick, with ideas sharp in meetings. I was over in IT, keeping systems running, fixing problems behind the scenes. We crossed paths in the break room one day, started talking, and things just clicked. Coffee turned into lunch. Lunch turned into weekends. Before I knew it, we were inseparable. After dating for about a year, we decided to move in together. We found a 2-bedroom place on the east side of town. Nothing fancy, but it had good light and enough space for both of us to work from home when we needed to. We split rent evenly, same with groceries, utilities, everything. It felt balanced, fair. We had our Saturday mornings at the farmer's market picking up fresh vegetables and coffee beans. Sunday nights were for takeout and movies on the couch. Life had a rhythm to it. I thought we were happy. But around 3 months ago, things started shifting. At first it was small. Amanda started spending more time on her phone, angling it away whenever I walked into the room. She would laugh at something on the screen, then quickly swipe it closed when I asked what was funny. Nothing, she would say. Just a meme. I did not think much of it. Everyone has their private moments, right? But then the late nights started. She would text me at 7 in the evening saying she had to stay late for a project, or that the team was going out for drinks. She would come home after 10 smelling like restaurant food and perfume. I started noticing other things too. She stopped asking about my day. When I would come home excited to tell her about something that happened at work, she would nod absently, eyes on her laptop. She also started putting more effort into her appearance on random weekdays. New lipstick, hair styled even when she claimed she was just going to the office. I tried to talk to her about it. Are you okay? Is something going on at work? She brushed me off every time. Just busy, Forrest. Do not worry. So I tried not to. I wanted to trust her. I wanted to believe that stress was all it was. Then came that Thursday. Amanda had left 2 days earlier for a conference a couple of hours north. Nothing unusual. She had done these trips before. She was supposed to be back Saturday evening. I was at home that afternoon working on some coding for a client project when my phone buzzed. Amanda. I answered, expecting her to say she was heading home early or asking if I needed anything from the store. Instead, her voice was tight, controlled. Forrest, we need to talk. I need to tell you something. My stomach dropped. I set my laptop aside and sat up straight on the couch. Okay. What is it? She exhaled slowly. I have been seeing someone. The words landed like a punch. My ears started ringing. I could not form a sentence. She kept talking, filling the silence I could not. It is not what you think. It is complicated. My throat felt dry. I managed to push the words out. What do you mean complicated? She explained, her voice careful, measured, like she was trying to soften a blow that could not be softened. She had been working with a guy named Troy on a project. They spent a lot of time together. Late nights, strategy sessions, coffee breaks that turned into long conversations. And somewhere along the way it became more than work. She said they were in a situationship, that she did not know what it was yet, that she needed time to figure things out. My hands clenched into fists. A situationship, while you are still with me, while we are still living together, she tried to explain, but everything she said just made it worse. She did not plan for it. It just happened. She cared about me, but she also had feelings for him. She needed space to sort through it all. And then she said the part that made my blood turn to ice. Maybe we should take a break, just for a little while, so I can think. A break. I knew what that meant. She wanted to keep me on standby while she figured out if this Troy guy was worth leaving me for. I felt rage building in my chest, but I kept my voice steady. So what do you want from me, Amanda? She paused. I just need time, Forrest. I will be home Saturday night. We can talk more then. And then she hung up. I sat there, staring at my phone, my mind racing, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I did not sleep that night. I just lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every memory we had. The first time she laughed at one of my terrible jokes. The road trip we took down the coast last summer, windows down, music loud. Her birthday, when I surprised her with tickets to see her favorite band. All of it felt tainted now. How long had she been lying? How many of those late nights were actually with him? How many times had she looked me in the eye and told me everything was fine when it was not? For a while I wondered if it was my fault. Maybe I worked too much. Maybe I was not romantic enough. Maybe I should have seen the signs earlier and done something. But then the anger kicked in sharp and clarifying. There was no excuse for this. She chose to lie. She chose to betray my trust. She chose to start something with someone else while still sharing a bed with me. That was on her, not me. The next morning I woke up with a decision already forming. I needed to see the truth for myself. Amanda had left her laptop at home. She always took it with her, but this time she had forgotten it in the rush to pack. I knew her password. She had written it on a sticky note months ago and stuck it inside a kitchen drawer. I had never thought to use it before, but now I needed to know. I opened the laptop and went straight to the work messaging app. There it was. Conversation after conversation between Amanda and Troy. Pages of messages, inside jokes, compliments, plans. They had gone to dinner at least 6 times, movies twice. They talked about taking a weekend trip to the mountains together. And then I saw the message that shattered whatever was left of my heart. Troy had written, "Cannot wait until you sort things out with Forrest." And Amanda had replied, "I know. I just need time to let him down easy. Let him down easy. Like I was a problem to be managed. Like I was something inconvenient she had to deal with before moving on to her next chapter." I felt nauseous. I closed the laptop and sat there in silence, my hands trembling. But underneath the pain, something else was growing. Clarity. Resolve. I was not going to let this destroy me. I was not going to sit around waiting for her to choose between me and someone else. I was not going to be anyone's backup plan. Amanda wanted time to figure things out. Fine, I would help her. But she was not going to do it while living in my home, sleeping in my bed, pretending we still had something real. I decided right then what I was going to do. I was going to pack up all of her things, every last item, and when she walked through that door on Saturday night, it was all going to be sitting in the living room, ready for her to take and leave. This was not revenge. This was self-respect. I was done being treated like I did not matter. Friday morning, I got to work. I went down to the storage area in the basement of our building and pulled out 3 large suitcases we had bought for a vacation we never ended up taking. I also grabbed a few sturdy cardboard boxes. Then I started going through the apartment room by room, collecting everything that belonged to her. Clothes from the closet. Dresses, jeans, sweaters, all folded and packed. Shoes lined up by the front door, now boxed up. I moved to the bathroom next. Her skincare products, makeup, shampoo, conditioner, hairdryer, all of it went into a box. I walked through the living room and took down the framed photos of us that sat on the bookshelf. Our first vacation together. A selfie from a concert. A candid shot a friend took of us laughing at brunch. I stacked them carefully in a box, face down, so I did not have to look at them. I went through the kitchen and pulled out the coffee mug she used every morning, the one with a little chip on the handle that she refused to throw away. I found her favorite cookbook, the one her mom had given her. Everything went into the boxes. Every item I touched brought a memory with it. The sweater she wore the night I told her I loved her for the first time. The journal she kept next to the bed, where she wrote down her thoughts before falling asleep. The blanket she always wrapped herself in when we watched movies. For a second I felt my resolve waver. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe we could work through this. But then I remembered those messages. Let him down easy. And I kept packing. By Friday evening it was done. 3 suitcases zipped and lined up by the door. 4 cardboard boxes stacked neatly in the corner of the living room. The apartment looked empty without her things scattered around. No makeup on the bathroom counter. No shoes by the door. No jacket hanging on the coat rack. It felt strange, hollow, but also lighter. Like a weight had been lifted off my chest. I was taking control of my life again. I was not waiting around to be chosen or discarded. I was choosing myself. That night I sat alone on the couch in the quiet apartment. I thought about what I would say when she walked in. I did not want to yell or cry or beg her to stay. I just wanted to be clear, firm, honest. I wanted to tell her that I respected myself too much to be someone's second choice, that she made her decision the moment she started seeing Troy, and now I was making mine. I wrote a few notes on my phone, just bullet points to keep me focused. Then I went to bed early, knowing I needed rest for what was coming. Saturday evening felt like it lasted forever. I kept myself busy. I cleaned the kitchen. I organized my desk. I tried to watch a show, but I could not focus.